Hi, welcome to my short lecture. This recording is about introduction to cultural research, and this time I'm going to be talking about healing beliefs. I will just give the outlines that might help you to continue your study later when you do research on cultures. And when it comes to healing beliefs, there are things that we need to pay attention to, like the knowledge of the people that we're talking about, and then the factors or the reasons that they believe are behind the illness that they are suffering from. Can be also the approaches or the practices that they do, the ingredients that they use to heal people, and also the way they prevent further illness to come to them or to happen to them. So these are the things that we will talk about this time. And when it comes to knowledge, the fact is that particular belief about illness, like for example that illness is always caused by spiritual being or something metaphysical, so this will also influence them to handle or to heal particular diseases or illness. They can also believe that there are gifted people who are meant to heal this kind of illness. And because this happens from time to time, sometimes in particular area or in a region, there can be a belief system in the way they heal illnesses or diseases that they suffer. But then there are people also who believe different factors. Among these factors, for example, like when we ask, why is someone sick? What is the reason for this disease or illness? There can be some reasons, like it can be because of your relation to your parent or to much older people in the family. It can also be because of your beliefs, your behaviors. That can be the reasons. It can be also because of the sins that you have done, or even in some cases, it can be because of sinful thoughts can lead you to be sick. Can be behaviors and so on. So, but there can be many other factors possible to be considered by traditional people as reasons or factors when someone is getting ill. And then you can also search or study about the approaches or the practices that they do, because the many people, for example, when healing someone who is being ill, they might do some ceremonies to heal these people. That includes inviting the neighbors, for example, and they perform ceremonies in which they eat together and they pray in such a way with the purpose that this sick person can be healed from the illness that is suffering from. They can do that. There are people also who might apply particular therapies that can be in form of energetic therapies. They use their power to heal this person. They can also use physical therapies like massaging. They have to massage the person, among those things. There are also people or healers, traditional healers, that will apply magics, for example, in which they read particular sentences to this person, or magic things. They use magical objects or sacred objects to heal this person. So these are among the things that they will use, the practices that they do, and we can search for more and more. And in doing this, of course, they need the ingredients or the tools or the things that they will use to enhance the practice that they do. In many cases, there are people who use plants. It can be the leaves or the roots of plants. There are people also who use animals, like one animal, or it can be only the body parts of the animal. They can also use that to heal people. They might use oils that they themselves create or made from plants, or even from animals. Also, they can create oils from animals, and they use that for their healing system and so on. They might use water and pray about the water, and then the sick person has to drink that water in order to be healed, and so on. They may also use sacred objects related to cultural beliefs in that particular area. Those things are possible tools or ingredients, ways that they normally use. And then the last point is about the way of preventing someone for being sick in the future. There are many things that we can search for related to this, among which is the obedience to existing rules. Because like in the factors we talked about earlier, that someone can be sick because he has a problem with her parents, older people in the family, or disobey the rules. So one of the ways to prevent someone from being sick is to obey the existing rules or the norms in that society. That can be one. And then next one, there are people also, to avoid being sick, they have to be very wise in deciding where to build their house. So the location of the house can have something to do with the illness members of the family will suffer later. So being careful in choosing the location of the house can be one of the ways to prevent someone of being ill. And then another one, it can be spirituality. So this can also be one of the things that we can search further. So we have to be spiritually mature and knowledgeable in order to avoid being sick, because it has something to do with metaphysical things. And then another way of the people that I'm aware of is that, and then when we also read further, in which people tend to use or to wear magical objects or magical things that they believe contain power to prevent them from being sick or to prevent them from the attack of spiritual beings or evil that want to harm them. So these are the things that people do normally in their life when it comes to cultural system and also healing beliefs. So that's all. You can contact me for further issues, and you can search for more about the topics that I have just already explained. Thank you.